Most people travel this world with partner. They search for the appropriate partner, looking for that individual that will bring out what they desire in themselves, that will help them blossom bountifully, someone to share, someone to grow, and someone to reflect the light of your soul with, and grow and expand to appreciate greater light through the mirror in the eyes of the other that is you. In a linear perspective, individuals are looking for someone that has chemistry, common foundation of an approach to life, similar priorities, and they enter into a partnership of mutual benefit. Many individuals that are spiritually dynamic, very awakened, they wish to infuse into their romantic relationships a higher plateau, a higher zenith. They want a relationship of mind, body, and soul. They want their relationship to be a portal through which they can enter into their higher aspects of self, into their expressions of daily giving and receiving from another, that their receiving is an expression of their giving another to shine, and their giving is an expression of their unconditional love. And in this symbiotic relationship, they aspire to open greater portals to their higher existence, their higher self, to enter forth an eternal flow, the completion of themselves as an expression of the divine that is echoing throughout eternity. And they hope that this relationship will be a conduit to anchor forth the music of that space. And spiritually dynamic individuals tend to awaken and immediately recognize the difference between a linear relationship and a transcendent relationship of spirit, mind, body, and soul. And often a spiritually awakened individual, one of the first trappings that they will enter into is that immediate impulse for reunion. Because they're streaming still in an attached way to linear machinations, rather than recognizing the echoing music of reunion is the reunion between themselves and their higher aspects in eternity that are fusing and reconnecting. They look outside themselves and they're searching for that other conduit that's beckoning them, that when they align with this other, all shall be right. And they yearn, a pulse of want and need, pulsating through the music of their heart each day, echoing want, need, desire for this individual, this partner that shall make them whole, render them whole in spirit, soul, mind, body. And it's a vicious cycle that is unfortunate. The spiritually dynamic individual must grow to recognize the totality that resides within themselves, And just to illustrate these fragments of the totality that exist within themselves, let us focus on universal aspects that exist, some more pronounced, some latent within the individual. Within every individual, there is the inner child. The inner child is the music of renewal and restoration. And the inner child, when you get beyond the linearity of time, the inner child that one possesses exists in all time. It's playing its music at all times. And the inner child has musics of persistent firsts. Everything's a first time, and has the exuberance and joy of that first time. And varying degrees in awakened individuals, that inner child is either subdued, repressed, or to a vast degree awakened. Another aspect within the individual is the scholar, scholarly type, old, wise, elder. This individual has vast experiences and a library of experiences in which to reflect upon and impart. And this elder, this individual, is not in a rush to go anywhere. He's seen it all and yearns to give a bird's eye view and impart the difference between being clever and wise. Many recognize that to be clever is to get out of bad situations, but to be wise is to know how to avoid situations that are not intimate ones, and to travel on intimate pastures. And there are other aspects of themselves without getting into the dichotomies, but each one in themselves, there can be an individual could have a warrior aspect, archetype within themselves. You could have an individual, could have a seductress part of themselves. An individual can have almost the archetype of a magician, a mage, an individual that has alchemy within them to help elicit wonder and break the paradigm that people are witnessing. All different archetypes of aspects of individual souls, they're all there playing from a linear perspective. We say individual wears different hats, but on an interdimensional perspective, we're talking about aspects of one's higher self, all the various journeys that one has experienced in their higher self, the different splinters of themselves that walked into linear worlds and experienced these well springs of knowledge and these notes of music that are playing forth that are available for each individual. And they're playing in every now, because past, present, and future are all playing in oneness in eternity. The key here is for the awakened individual to, instead of focusing on the outside, focusing on without, focusing on the partner that will complete or fulfill, to begin to focus in creating a harmonized equilibrium between optimizing the various chords that play within, as they are all pieces of a clockwork. They're all designed to play in balance and harmony, empowering each other while respecting the free will of the world around them, but prepared to inspire and elicit wonder and renewal at all times. And bravery to step forward and play your music. Bring these pieces into harmony, into unison. As this is what's beckoning forth the reunion of the higher aspects of self. As it's only when an individual is in harmony with the eternity within themselves that they can expect to manifest and usher forth an eternal relationship with another.